Okay, we've been having some issues with some concentrators malfunctioning. And what they're doing is they're sending powder into the room, and they're also sending powder into this chamber here. And you notice it turns white. And it's been 4 machines. One of them set the fire alarms off. What they thought was smoke was dust. So somewhere in here, something with dust is happening. This is 4 machines. I have 2 of them here, identical machines, and they're all identical. They're all these, and so they all have the same issues. This has been within a 2-month frame. Everything on it looks okay. And this is the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these apart and find out what's wrong with them. First thing first, we're going to check the filter that's in here. So we're going to pull it out and just kind of look at it. And it looks fine. Pull this filter out, and there's not one in there. There's also a filter in the bottom that I don't think anybody checks. And it's down here, and we can see that it's filthy. So we're going to turn this other one over. And there's another one, and it's filthy too. Which, how they expect somebody to get to, I'm not sure if they're managing these concentrators. You see the smoke come out? Powder. First of all, there's 4 holes to take the top off, plus you got to take this part off here. To service this concentrator is really difficult. You have to use a drill that's about this long, a bit, to go in there to get it out. Now, once it's open, we can already see that there's powder everywhere. So I'm going to pull this apart and I'll show you again. So on this particular model, it seems like when you open it up, there's 2 sections of this. I don't see any place for a filter to filter out any dust or any particles or anything like that, except for the foam filter on top and the foam filter on bottom. So first thing I noticed when I cut this open, I cut the tubes to open it up. Now we have a metal one here that is connected, but this one right here goes to here, which I think is some type of solenoid, but it is full. It is full of powder. Where the powder's coming from, I'm not sure yet. There's a filter here. So let's take this piece off. So this one here is connected to here, which is this. I'm going to unscrew this, not knowing exactly what it is. It does come out. Let's see if there's any powder inside of this. And it looks pretty clean except for the outside. So if that's an intake, let's open it up. So this right here I got off. It has a filter inside. Let's pull the filter out, and it is full of dust. This filter may need to be changed out all the time. Look at that. It's full of dust or dirt. It's a lot of filter. Hopefully this doesn't do anything to my hands. but it looks like smoke. Whatever it is fine. I can't get the rest of it on there. Hold on just a second. So I've got it all out. There's some more dust inside there, but most of it's trapped into those filters. I don't know if it's recommended this filter be changed out all the time, but it's very hard and almost inaccessible to get to unless you're going to spend a lot of time. Let's go a little further. Okay, for the sib beds, I took this off of the sib bed. And I don't know if this is the first chamber or second chamber. And it looks pretty clean on the inside. But I do see some residual in it. So we're going to open up the second part of this sib bed. So I decided to take this piece off, which goes right there. And this is the piece that had some of the dust or chemicals inside of it. And it does have some inside of it. So whatever this manifold right here is, it appears to be coming from here. So let's take this one off. And this side is full of crap. Full of maybe dirt. I don't know what that is. It's extremely fine. I don't see any hairs or anything. It is like a fine dust. But if this is the case and it's going through there into the chamber, it's also going to the patient. So let me see if I can pull the whole bed out. So I pulled the sib bed chambers out. I see there's a nut here. I'm assuming that nut holds all this together. I want to take the nut off and see if this is powdery. I'm curious if it's actually coming from the beds themselves. So we'll see. Okay, so I've removed that. Now I notice that it does come off, so we're going to tap on it. And inside the chambers appears to be powder. This is powder, the stuff that's coming out. Let me get a pair of pliers. I'll back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've got a pair of pliers. So, if I open this up and it's a powdery substance, that's zollite, the chemical that makes the oxygen, which should not migrate past this. I'm going to have to put you down. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I think I got it, so let's pull it out. If this is the same substance, then we know we have a big issue, or a rupture, or a leak. And it is the same substance. So on these concentrators, the zollite must be degrading, passing through over time, destroying the concentrator, actually feeding the zollite into the chamber and out to the patient. Now, I think the next thing I'll do is I'll open the one that's on this other one, and see if there's actually zeolite inside there. If there is, it's a major problem. Okay, so we have a filter on here. That filter is to filter out the zeolite that if it was to come in contact with the patient. So what we're going to do is see if this will move and see if there's zeolite inside of it. So I'm going to take it out of here. This part. Okay. Now this is the part right here that goes to the patient. Let's just knock on it and see if anything comes out of it. And there's nothing. It looks like nothing. So we're going to pull this part off. So there's a little zeolite, not much. And on this side, there's a lot. That means that this filter is getting clogged up, full of zeolite, which is a major problem. So in my opinion, if you have this concentrator, you might as well get rid of it. It's going to potentially have a problem. I need to see if I can find a date on here, and I'll publish the date, the manufacturer date, and go from there. So the problem I see is I don't think it's dust. And why I think it's a zeolite is because those are sealed chambers. It pulls air in. There is no filter on this machine to filter it out. And it's sealed in where the zeolite is. So the zeolite's granule, as you can see, but the powder is like this, which I don't see anything else, but I can't believe that this, with the top on it, would have dust in it. It has to be the zeolite breaking down, in my opinion. So, anyway, let me know your comments. So under this case, I removed it. There's just a pump. It looks like some kind of two-stage pump, I'm assuming. One in, one out to pump the air into there. But where does that go? Let's cut it open. That's perfectly clean. But there is absolutely no filter to change out on this machine. None whatsoever. Except for that one internal filter that blocks the air, any particles from going to the patient. That's the only one. So let's see. We have zeolite in here. Appears to be zeolite. Filtered from here, small particles are entering, but not much. Blocked by the filter, which is this, which has zeolite in it and is contaminating it, causing it to fill up, probably causing it to back up. So from here, there's zeolite that goes to the sib bits. From here. And there is, appears to be zeolite in there too. So you can see it falling out. There's zeolite all inside of there, all internally in that manifold.